Happy heart, little readers. Magical story time for kids.
Ruby and the First Big Splash. The sun was warm, and the neighborhood pool was very blue. Ruby held her polka dot towel tight as she walked through the gate. "It is a big day for swimming," said her cousin June. Ruby watched the other children jumping and playing. The water went splish, and the water went splash. Ruby stayed on the warm concrete, feeling very small. June knelt down so they were eye to eye. "You do not have to jump all at once," June whispered. "Brave can begin very small." Ruby sat on the very edge of the pool and let her towel slide off. She dipped one little toe into the water. It was cool and tickly. One toe became one whole foot, then two. Ruby watched her toes wiggle under the clear blue surface. She took a deep breath and felt the sun on her fur. Ruby stood up slowly and gripped the cold silver rail. The water reached up to her ankles as she stepped onto the first stair. Brave can begin very small. Ruby kicked her leg just a little bit. Splip! A tiny splash landed on the deck. June clapped her hands and cheered. Ruby let out a big breath she didn't know she was holding. Her shoulders relaxed, and she felt the gentle bob of the water. Brave was starting to feel like fun. Wade, the kind swim teacher, drifted over with a friendly wave. "Ready to blow some bubbles, Ruby?" he asked. Ruby nodded and lowered her chin. Ruby slapped the sparkling water with both her hands. Pat, pat, splash! The sun made the droplets look like tiny jumping diamonds. She giggled and splashed again, even harder this time. Her goggles were over her eyes now, and her heart felt light. Brave was getting bigger every second. Ruby took a deep breath, counted to 3, and took a big step forward. Kersplash! She made the biggest, wettest splash of the whole afternoon. Ruby beamed with pride as she stood up in the shallow end. June clapped from the side, and Wade gave her a high five. Courage often begins with one small step, and trying is something to be proud of.
Thanks for reading with us. Subscribe for more magical stories, and like and come back anytime for more Storytime adventures.